Would you believe me if I told you as a parent, there's a way you're causing unnecessary stress to your children? Stick with me, I'll tell you some more. My name is Jacquline Njeri, a counseling psychologist based in Nairobi, Kenya. Now, as a psychologist, I tried many niches, but my heart was pulled towards children and adolescent therapy, and that's where most of my work is, is done and valued and appreciated. However, I also see regular clients on a day-to-day basis, handling a number of different issues: mental health, trauma, domestic violence, people who want to learn about self-awareness. I also do training and facilitation in regards to self-awareness. I also do trainings in local, pardon me, local learning centers in certificate and diploma level. Proudly, I'm not, wait, yeah, I'm treating my horn, yeah. Now, back to the, why was I recording this video? Yes. Do you know, as a parent, you can actually cause unnecessary stress to your child? We don't want to accept that our children absorb a lot of information, and we want to hold such high expectations, and towards our children, as opposed to having those high expectations on ourselves. We want to get away with so much in regards to misbehaving in front of our children, or not having strict boundaries, and not following through our words and through our promises. And if our children make the same mistake, we will like lose our cool. We need to understand that these people are developing, they're growing, and they're looking for you for nurturing and guidance. And these high expectations that we have upon our children is actually a call on us to understand that those high expectations that we have on us are actually unresolved trauma that we need to handle. Seek therapy if need be. Now, how then, as a parent, do you cause unnecessary stress to your children? Number one, not having firm boundaries. Now, in regards to raising children, I'm also a parent, I've got two children. If there's something I've come to appreciate, is following routines. And routines will save you a lot of headache, because automatically your child knows that at a certain time, when the sun goes down, they're supposed to have a shower. After that, they're supposed to have dinner. After that, maybe they'll have 40 minutes of screen time. After that, it's snoozing until morning. Now, okay, we have special occasions where we don't follow through our routines, but I would ask you as a parent to ensure that you follow through these routines, so that you can also create a sense of predictability for our children, which helps in their growth, in their healthy growth and development. If you place down the rules, if you say no phones during mealtime, please, no phones during mealtime. If you say no phones during family meetings, or not family meetings but family time, make sure you follow through. If you say bedtime is at 9, unless under very special circumstances, please make sure that that bedtime is followed through at 9. So be firm, not rigid. Be firm with those boundaries. Number two, don't be a gossip girl. Now, sometimes we talk about people in the presence of our children, and we think that they don't pick up these cues, and we think they don't actually absorb this information. Recently, I was gossiping about someone, and I didn't know my youngest daughter was listening to me. And at some point, I had her make a comment about someone else, and I was like, hey, we don't say that. And she was like, but Mama, I heard you say this and this about so and so. Yes, me. I was caught in a lie. I was caught, right. She actually said word for word, and she's 3. Yeah, so if you need to gossip, by the way, don't do it in front of your children. Don't say mean things about people in front of your children. Do not make remarks about people in front of your children. Believe me, they will copy you. And at that time, when you're telling them not to say such things about others, you'll also be caught in it. Of course, I felt very guilty, and I apologized, and I'm still processing it, by the way, because I didn't think to get to that extent. Now, end empty threats and empty bribes. Now, as a parent, you want your children to comply. And sometimes, like most of us were brought up, we were brought up by parents who controlled us and didn't think that we needed some flexibility. All right? So, bribing children and threatening them seems like the easier way out, because you get things done instantly. In the long term, you won't get these children to learn the necessary skills that they're supposed to learn, because you have conditioned them to just do things in a short term. They do not even know how to practice delayed gratification, and they do things out of compliance, out of fear of the consequences of what will happen if they don't follow through with whatever it is that they're supposed to do. So, for instance, if your child is messy, I mean, for instance, you have a preteen. I have a preteen also, and it has been quite something to just follow up to make sure that her room is always neat, because I don't want her to grow up thinking that there'll always be someone to clean up after her. Have I made the mistake of bribing her? Or not even bribing, let me be honest here. Have I made the mistake of actually threatening her? When she doesn't clean her room, I will take away her phone, or I will do this and that. Yes. Now, as a child and adolescent therapist, I'll tell you, this will only work in the short term. In the long term, she'll be like, okay. Then she goes to campus and she's all independent, and there's no one to threaten her, and there's no one to bribe her, and then what? So, intentional parenting, present parenting, requires you to just stay with the discomfort of nurturing your children through these situations that you wish, oh, you could just snap your finger and get everything done, but teaching them through over and over again until they understand. Believe me, even in those situations, I saw a meme some time back saying that sometimes when you're speaking to children, it feels like you're speaking to a wall. It's true. But even if at times you feel like you're speaking to a wall, just keep pushing, keep pushing. Believe me, they hear whatever it is that you want them to do. So enough with the empty threats. Enough with the bribing. Just teach them the necessary skills. Now, I know sometimes we complain in front of our children about our responsibilities, and sometimes you'll hear parents say, oh, I hate my job, or like I'm so busy, or I'm really exhausted because I've been working and working and working. What exactly are we telling our children about our sense of responsibility? Because if you're not careful, your children will grow up having a very negative perspective about being a responsible adult. Speak about your duties and responsibilities in a positive way. When you tell your children that you had a good day at work, and that you enjoy helping people, and that they can see the positive attitude reflected on your face, then they'll also have a positive attitude towards having a sense of responsibility. So I know sometimes some parents are working in jobs they don't like. That's okay. Some parents are working in jobs that they wish, they could get higher pay and stuff. But you know what? This is none of your child's business. You're not supposed to be discussing this with your child. Respecting family members. Now, like I said, our children are very, very observant, and they'll look at how we interact with other people. So, and of course, in families, we always have those family feuds, and you have people that you get along with more than others. It's very important that I mention this, that it is not wise for your children to understand that you don't like certain family members. Even if they get on your nerves, even if it feels like you guys have never like really gotten along, do not bring it out in front of your child, because you are also teaching them to be inconsiderate of other people's feelings, and they will not even know how to act in the event they don't like other people, which is okay, because number one, they don't have to be liked by everyone, and they don't have to like everyone. So just treat everybody with respect. Just treat everyone, you know, with respect and uttermost love, even if you don't actually get along. So, and of course, as a parent, like I said, I've also made my mistakes, yes, and it's okay even for your child to notice that you made a mistake here and there, because they notice that you're just a human being, and that prevents them from putting you on a certain pedestal. Excuse me. That prevents them from putting you on a pedestal. So make your mistakes, but also acknowledge those mistakes that you're making, and understand there's no one size fits all. Enjoy parenting, be intentional, be present. Thank you for being here. Bye bye.